about me by yourself. Okay, so uh, let's remove the fog of my image. So let's come to the reality. So my name is Mohammed Asim Safi, and I'm into the domain of health economic outcome research, and I'm working in this domain since like I'm having lots of experience, but into health economic outcome research overall, I have 1 years of experience. But overall experience, I am having uh, around 4 years of experience. I have worked with uh, two more companies, and one of them is MNC. So I have worked as a medical scientific writer, worked on systematic literature review, meta-analysis, CTD Module 2.5, Health Authority Response Document, and slide deck preparation, medical content strategy, and content development, and disease brochures, drug brochures, conference abstract, and manuscript research, article writing, literature review, literature analysis, literature summarization, like a lot of things I have done. So that's my overall overview. And if I talk about my educational background, I'm master's in pharmacology. And before that, I have completed 1 year PG in clinical research and pharmacovigilance with a diploma and the graduation in the pharmacy as well. Okay, so that's enough about me. I will not take much time because I have to deliver the session. If you have any question, just note down and leave your question in the chat box. So I'll be there to give your answer. If well, wait. So, okay. So I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, Asim, so it is visible.
Okay. I hope font is visible. Okay, so what is the topic of the day? So topic of the day is the hidden domains or hidden opportunities of the pharma. If I'll talk about the lay language, so there are lots of opportunity. I think most of them you heard about it, but how is it function? What is it exactly? How does it work? What is the industrial exposure? What is the industrial parameters to go into that domain? So we will discuss on that, and along with that, if I'll remember something which is right now in the pharma domain, I forgot to cover in the PPT, so I'll cover that as well. I'll let you know related to that. I'll let you know free courses something. So just have a look at this. Okay, note down it. If I don't know recording is happening or not, just note down whatever
Yes, the
research
sessions are
and
recorded and they
whatever
will. Oh,
courses, free courses I'm letting you know. So the topic is the pharmaceutical, biotechnology, healthcare consulting and clinical research industries are rapidly evolving with integration of AI, real-world evidence, personalized medications, pharmacovigilance system, global regulatory framework, blah blah blah. Whatever it is here, uh, it is written on PPT. So, what is the meaning of it? I'll just explain because everyone can read it by yourself. So, if I talk about the development into the field, yeah, development is ongoing into the pharma domain. In Because if we want some molecules, we will need the biotechnology department. And if we need something into the market, we will also need the subject matter expert. What is subject matter expert? Like a person who worked on a disease for 10 years, or carrying a 10-year industrial experience in same domain, like a person worked in oncology department for 10 years. So he will be the subject matter expert. Then they become the consultant of that particular area, or a particular specialized doctor. Like if it is related to neurology, so there will be a neurologist. Related to the cardiac, so there will be a cardiologist. Biotechnology department, there are biotechnologists as well, and we need a lot of technology in the biotech department. Like if just giving the example, like PCR, COVID test, PCR, that is developed by the biotechnology department. Electron microscope, you all heard about, that is also a biotechnological device. Like laboratory, like you see the reports of like CBC and LFT, KFT, hemoglobin level, all these machineries are biotechnological machineries. Okay, so they are implementing the artificial intelligence. Like if something need to like a device is carrying 10 functions, okay, 10 functions, and all those 10 functions are operated by a man. So what are companies doing? They are integrating like 5 functions can be done by the artificial intelligence, so it will reduce the burden of the humans. Like right now we have the phones in our thing. We have the system first, like if we want to type something, so what we can do, we can click on the mic and we can speak. Phone will write it by itself. So that is a one thing, like our burden is reduced. If we are like stuck somewhere, we are not able to write, we are not able to type, so that kind of functions every machinery has. Okay, personalized medication. What is personalized medication? Gene therapy, genetic based medications, those are personalized medications. Pharmacovigilance. What is the pharmacovigilance? Is consist of two Greek word, pharmacon and vigilary. Pharmacon means drug and vigilary means monitoring. That is the meaning of. So monitoring of drugs, like the adverse effect. So that is known as the pharmacovigilance. I'll let you know one free course which is very good. Regulatory framework. What is the regulatory framework? How regulatory works? If I talk about the regulatory framework, so let's take an example of three domain: medical device, generic drugs, and innovate and clinical trials. So clinical trials, there will be a different regulatory bodies, like we have to follow the GCPs, ICH M11 protocol guidelines, protocols. We have to prepare clinical study reports. That is the regulatory affairs of clinical trials. If I talk about the medical devices, like how there will be a guideline for the medical devices, how we have to manufacture that device and how we will conduct the trial of that, because we also have the clinical trials of the medical devices as well, so there will be a separate guidelines. And for the generic drugs, how to like manufacturing of that generic drug, how to manufacture that drug, we have the manufacturing guidelines as well. So that is a regulatory affair for the manufacturing domain. There will be a clinical trial domain different, and HEOR, health economic outcome research, uh, MSL, pharmacovigilance. Okay, pharmacovigilance is repeated. Clinical research, CDM, medical writing. I'll cover all of the things in the detail. I hope you got the point of view what we are going to discuss today. Okay. Okay. If I talk about the regulatory affairs, so regulatory affairs, there are CTD modules. All are the writing of the CTD modules is known as the regulatory writing. It also includes CSR, clinical overview, non-clinical overview, clinical summaries, non-clinical summaries, and IVs, investigator brochure, and non-clinical study reports. There will be a trapezium kind of like triangle will be there. You will search the CTD module. There will be a 5 modules. Module 5 for clinical study reports, module 4 non-clinical study reports, module 2 for clinical or non-clinical overview, clinical summaries, all these things. Module 1 is based on the regions. ANDA and NDA, like new drug application. DMF preparation, that is called drug master file. That is include a formulations, standard formulation. That is a drug master file. A company have their own drug master file to prepare the manufacturing. There will be a manufacturing formulation. You can also assume, like we all have the Indian pharmacopoeia, British pharmacopoeia, US pharmacopoeia. Okay, IP, BP, USP, United States pharmacopoeia. So those are kind of drug master files. Their formulations, essays, everything is about that. Okay. So same kind of thing, they have the formulation, essay, labeling and artwork compliance. Sometimes like labeling, if I come to the labeling, so again there is a CTD module 2.5, like for the label update, like USPI label update, and European medical EM label update. USPI means United States Prescribing Information. What we do in the clinical overview, if there is any update or signal detection from the regulatory body, any kind of adverse effect that is not in the USPI and it is detected in the United States. And like, let me show you the USPI. Like, so this is USPI. If the paracetamol is showing no adverse effect, and that is the product of Pfizer, let's example Pfizer Novo Nordisk, and US regulatory means FDA have a look at this. It is enlisted or not. If it is not enlisted, they will reach out to the sponsor or the dedicated uh, seller of or responsible organization to have a look at this case, and they will do the signal detection, all these things. Then they will prepare a clinical overview for the label update, label justification. They have CDS, core data sheet, same as like USPF. So if I talk about the salary range, freshers, like it's depend company to company. Like if we you take a have a look, like if you are going directly, so there will be a 3 to 5 lakhs. If you are from the NIPER, you can get 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh as well. Freshers get from Jamia Hamdard, from DIPSAR, from NIPER, from Manipal University, Hyderabad, and the ITC Bombay College. So these are top-notch colleges. You can get some 3.5, 6 to 7, 8. And if you are fresher, you can get entry-level job opportunities are there. Just have a look. What are the requirements? You should have the good command on the regulatory guidelines, GMP, GLP, GCP. For the GCP, you can do one free course. What is it? Uh, that is uh, GCP NIDA. That is a National Interference of Drug Abuse. Yeah, National Drug Abuse Treatment Clinical Trial. GCP NIDA course. This is the GCP course. I see a GCP. You will not this one. You will go here, grants and funding. There will be here. You can have a look training options. You will get the certificates. You can do this. Viva World. I'll let you know one thing, Master Control, Lawrence, Dog Bridge, ECDT software, you will not get these exposure at the normal level. You can have a look on the videos which is available on the YouTube. But if you want proper experience, you will learn all these things by industry. You will not get these things by manually by yourself. Pharma companies, Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy, Cipla, Lupin, Aurobindo, Pfizer, Novartis, Roche, they take experience, but these companies take freshers. Parexel, Consulting, Syneos Health, Thermo Fisher, IQVIA, Icon PLC, and there is a laptop. I think that is merged with one company. I'm forgetting the name, Freer as well. Okay, so we will go to next slide. This is HEOR and economic modeling. So what is HEOR? HEOR is totally based, if you have heard about the systematic literature review and meta-analysis. So HEOR is health economic outcome research, consists of two words, health economic and outcome research. So what is the health economic? Health economic, like there is mentioned post-effective analysis. Okay. So we have two drugs of, let's take an example of COX inhibitors. We have diclofenac and one is another drug. No, no, not diclofenac. Diclofenac is not COX inhibitor, but it is, I'm forgetting. Okay, yeah, COX inhibitor, nimesulide, and other drug that is NSAID, diclofenac. We have two drugs, so what we will do, we will take the comparison of that economic comparison. Economic comparison, like if a patient is having a pain and he is on the treatment, there will be a cost-effective analysis there. Like budget, like economic papers are available on the healthcare. So what we will have a look, we will have a cost effectiveness. Like if a patient is having a treatment and nimesulide and diclofenac both has a, first we will have a look outcomes, safety, which is first we will have a look at the efficacy, which is effective. Both are similar. First, then we will see the safety. Both are similar, like less side effects. Then we will come to the outcomes, which is showing, or which is good with the overall survival, which is good with the long-term survival. All these things we will analyze. These are outcome parameters we have done, and both drugs are good. Then we will come to the cost effective. Like a patient, like there are two patients. One is on diclofenac, one is on nimesulide. And nimesulide, we have checked safety, efficacy, and outcomes. Everything was similar. Now we will see the cost. Like uh, second patient who is on the nimesulide, he spent 1,000 rupees to get treated and to cure the pain. Same the first patient who is on the nimesulide, he he spent 600 rupees on on uh, on pain management with the treatment with the intervention of diclofenac. So now we are checking like the safety same, efficacy same, and outcomes are same. So we will suggest diclofenac to the patient in the normal word. So that is called cost effective analysis, which is cost effective. Okay. If there is mention evaluating drug value and healthcare outcomes. So that is part of economic modeling. Then we have the models like Markov models to analyze all these things. And we also have some parameters. We also do analysis that is called network meta-analysis, Bayesian meta-analysis. These are very extensive level. I am not into that, but I have the overview due to this domain. So these are the things. Budget impact analysis, they do the financial budget of the drugs. Real world evidence, what are the real world evidence? If I talk about HEOR, that is totally based on the systematic literature review method. Like first we have to search 3-4 database, duplication removal, then title abstract screening, then full text screening, then data extraction, then report synthesis. This is the proper way. We follow the PRISMA guidelines. And for that, we need the PICOs, population intervention, comparator, and outcome. Real world evidence, randomized control trials, observational studies, these are known evidences. And if we are preparing those evidences, that is called evidence synthesis, and these known as a real world evidence. Pharmacoeconomics, same as a economic modeling, all these things. This is a part of pharmacoeconomics. Entry level, research assistant, HEOR analyst, economic associate. Yeah, for the economic, you need statisticians. We need statisticians, biostatics, SAS software, Python, R, Excel modeling, decision tree modeling, Markov models. I was talking about that systematic literature review, data interpretation. You will get all these things like, let me go to the course, like free SAS learning. There are free grade learning courses available. SAS, you can sign up with your email and you can learn. These are freely available, free online training. So this is the SAS software. They like the company is also provide uh, their free online trainings. Like how is it available? Their 7 days learning subscription, free 7 day trial, free 7 day trial, free 7 day trial. Like people come and get to know how SAS works. All these things is available. If you will go on to the R software website, that is as well same as a R certification. Okay. So this is the free learning. Somewhere it will be available by Great Learning DSK. Yeah, free R learning programming course with certificate. You can access the content and you can learn by yourself. Then we will come important tools, SAS, Raveman, Stata, Power BI, Excel Advanced Modeling, Create. For the Excel, tutorials are available on the YouTube, like how to use formulas in Excel with the help of AI. All these things. Medical scientific license. Medical scientific license is nothing. It is a kind of thing who work on the evidences, who pull or like if there is a new data, new molecule came up, what they will do, they will collect the data and they will visit to the doctor and they will let know to the doctor that this is the module. They will only tell about the drug efficacy, safety, and the benefits. They will not promote the drug. or the promotion of the drug is done by the medical representative. So medical scientific liaison is different from the medical representative. They only go to teach or to educate the doctors about new drugs, the safety, efficacy. That is called continue medical education, and HCP and patient education material. That is a healthcare professional. What they have to do, they have to prepare the PPTs, they have to meet with the key opinion leaders, scientific presentation, they have to meet with the uh, doctors who are the senior and subject matter expert. So, like the junior level is also available. You can have a look. Pharmacology, your good presentation and communication skills will take you into the MSL domain. Pharm.D, M.D, and M.Pharm is available. Company hiring, Ali Lilly, Merck, Bristol, all product-based companies hire. Salary range is for the fresher experience, like it's depend company to company. Some companies giving 3 lakh. Like if I talk about Abbott gives 4 5. If I talk about Eli Lilly gives 6 7. So depend company to company. Okay. Pharmacovigilance. What is the pharmacovigilance? I have told you individual case safety reporting. More than about myself, if you want to have a look, if I'll come on this point and I'll let you know. So there are some things, important skills, MEDRA coding, WHO causality, ICH guidelines, narrative writing, medical terminology, which is related to MEDRA coding, Argus software, attention to detail. So let's just keep the pharmacovigilance is managed by Geneva, managed by UMC Uppsala Monitoring Center with the collaboration of WHO. It is a what we can say, it is a collaborative a database hub which is based in the Geneva, and they also provide free courses. Let me take you to there. Okay. Uh, it is like it is better than 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 rupees courses of pharmacovigilance which is available into the market. It is very advanced level. They cover from the basics. So what is it? UMC. Uh, just click on UMC. Then there will be a Uppsala Monitoring Center. You have to click on this. Then there is training and resources. There will be a UMC learning platform. Okay, then you will have to come here. No, 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 not this. Yeah, it's there. Pharmacovigilance courses. We have to click on this. Then there is a self-paced learning course. You have to click on this. Then there is a learning platform. You have to click on this. So there are 16 courses available about the pharmacovigilance. If I come to the introduction, it covers introduction, medication error, essential of pharmacovigilance, like regulatory aspects. What is ADR? What is WHO introductory course? What is Wikibase? Which is that Wikibase is the database of the UMC. Clinical aspects of the pharmacovigilance data assessments. What is the causality assessments? Here you will cover everything. Just go there and have a look. Clinical aspects of the pharmacovigilance. So it is very good field. It's up to you in which field you are taking the interest. Companies hire, all CROs hire for that, and the pharmacovigilance based one. Okay, clinical research. If I talk about the clinical research, so clinical research is interconnected with a lot of domain. It is interconnected with the regulatory writing, regulatory medical writing. If like a drug is there and we have performed clinical study, clinical trials we are performing. So in the clinical trials, there are two domain, SMO, site management organization, where like hospitals where we get the patients. Second is a sponsor or CRO. CRO is the contract research organization which perform the clinical trial with the taking of fund from sponsor and then initiate that. Same in the CRO and sponsors companies like Pfizer and all, CRO like Indigene, IQVIA and all. We have CTA level opportunity, clinical trial associate, that is the entry level opportunity. Okay, and companies hiring Icon Plus, PPT, Clinical Research, MedBase, IQVIA, Torrent Pharmaceuticals, all these companies hire. So there are clinical trials. So it is interconnected with a lot of domain. To understand clinical research, you can go to the GCP course I have told you, and ICH E6 R3 guideline, that is a good clinical practice guideline. You can have a look. So there are the what is it like? We need protocol, okay, and investigator portion. Who write that? Regulatory medical write that. Then we need persons like clinical research coordinators, CRC, CTA, and CRA, clinical research or associate, clinical trial associate. All these persons we need to perform the, and investigators who are the doctors, obviously. So all these persons we need, and it is also related to the clinical data, like statisticians are there, toxicologists are there to maintain the laboratory persons are there. So it is interconnected with everyone. As a being a pharma, you should know how to handle the, how to do the patient screenings, how to take the informed consent form, how to handle the TMF, trial master file, how to do the telephonic visit with the patients, how to do the site monitoring, how to do the clinical trial monitoring, how to do the AVD recording. All these things you should be familiar to and understand. First you have to have a look clinical trial terminologies and the GCP guidelines. Okay, next is the clinical data management. It is total the, it is not the analysis. Okay, we don't do the analysis, we store the data. It is kind of data management, not data analysis. Data analysis is different. This is the data management, like CRF design, case reports form, database lock, data validation, EDC, electronic data capture. So they, like there is art, like if I talk about the Excel has 1 million rows. Okay, we cannot store data in that more than 1 million in the Excel. So for more data, we need SQL and Pythons. In that, we can save in million and billions. So so you should be trained on the SQL, how to do the data management, not the data analysis. How to understand, for that you have to be understand with the clinical trials, how to do the data validation, what are the real world data, what are the CRF design, case report form, what are the database log, what are the types of data, what are the closure of data, data mining, cleaning of data, means proper understanding you should have about the data. Software, Medidata, Oracle, SAS, M.Pharm, Redcape. These are the softwares. Okay, medical writing. So medical writing are having 4 or 5 domains. For that, what skills you need? For the medical writing, you need literature review, literature analysis skill, database handling, understanding of database, understanding of evidences. What are the evidences? Understanding of evidences, like what are the randomized controlled trials, what are the observational studies, what are the SLR, meta-analysis, difference between SLR, narrative review, targeted literature review, and bibliographic review, and what are the case control studies, cross-sectional, all the evidences, okay, and how to write the evidence. Okay, for that there are domain scientific writing, which is like manuscript preparation, slide deck preparation, and HCP and patient education material. Regulatory writing, which deals with the core regulatory, like clinical study reports writing, and protocol writing, IBs writing, educational content like CME, continuing medical education, and medical communications. Okay, so these are the literature, reference tools, grammar and language, publication settings, and research methodology. Endblock, Mendeley, PubMed, Grammarly, AI writing tools, Embase, Relax, Web of Science, clinical trial registries as well. So how to search those databases. Which domains is best for the future? These are the things is mentioned here. I'll say no, nothing domain is bad into, like in bad itself. Every domain is good in itself. It's up to you how much skills you have and how much interest you have. Like what happened, like after joining, after doing masters or PharmD, we want, like we want only just job with whatever domain. Like we can go in clinical trials, regulatory affairs, MSL, medical writing, but after 2 3 years they got saturated. Like we are not enjoying this field. So it's up to you. How do you enjoy your field? So take an interest, learn about the things. There are also domain like TMF handlers, also there like trial master file handlers, seniors hire that. Medical writing in clinical trial transparency, that is also a domain. Clinical trial transparency, that is a different domain. Somewhere we will talk about that sometime. So these are the domains. Okay, and every domain right now, pharmacovigilance is little bit saturated. It's not like it is not in the demand, but sometimes everything will is saturated. Currently in demand is regulatory affairs, HEOR, medical writing, clinical research. These four are every time in the like medical writing have four domains: regulatory, scientific writing, medical content, publication as well. So you can go in any domain. So you have to figure out your niche and interest, then you can do. Emerging based and domain based domains, जो right like I have told precision medicines, AI in pharmacovigilance, which is also emerging, automation in CDM. I'm not sure how much automation is there in the CDM. Evidence, real world evidence analysis, or best overall like HEOR, MSL, and best remote opportunities, medical writing, HEOR, and regulatory affairs. If I talk about this is mentioned by mistake. Remote opportunities are very less into the market, and here are some certification courses. Actually, I think this is the older PPT I am representing. So it shouldn't be there. It is a AMWA course at EMWA course. This is the good course for the medical writing, but it is around 20 to 25,000 or maybe 30,000 with 3 years of experience. So this is not for the freshers. You can have a look. Spore courses, pharmacoeconomic certification, RAC, drug safety certification, Arbus training as well, ICH GCP certification. Best for Pharm.D and M.Pharm, MSL, HEOR, medical writing. Okay. Every domain is good. It's up to you how you are able to tackle that domain. So this is from my side. And now let's go to the question answer. And I over to Pam.
Yes, yes. We have a few questions in the chat box, sir, if we can take them one by one. The first question is by Trishala. Could you please tell in detail about medical devices? And if a company is dealing with a medical device, then what kind of job can you get? And what will be the work in that as a pharmacy background?
As a pharmacist, you can get the regulatory affairs associate job. As if I take like who are dealing with the regulatory and writing the SOPs for the medical devices, and medical device analyst, you can have a look in particular domain as well, like oncology devices, oncology detection devices. So somewhere that is a tech background. You need sometimes you can switch, but not every time. So, but majorly jobs are available for the regulatory affairs, which is very good for you to go and have a look with the SOPs and writing them and dealing with the regulatory affairs.
Okay. Sarah's Ingrid is asking, I've done pharmacovigilance course. Will it be so it will be helpful for me and it was a certification course. Please tell me when will I get experience and what time will be good to join PV jobs.
Sarah England, I am not sure from where you have
Yeah,
done the pharmacovigilance course, what is their quality.
correct.
I am completely, I can say this thing on the open mic, on open platform. There are few organizations available like Cleany Minds, Cleany
Yes.
India, Cleany Wings. They do not have, they are very cheaper in the prices, but they do not have the quality. Like what they do, they have like Ucha Makan PK Pakwan kind of thing. Like publicity is there, but quality is not there. So, but if I talk about like if you want to learn
Asim sir, you
pharmacovigilance,
can
then
tell them about crypto analytics as well if we are open to discussing.
sometime later, I'll let
Okay.
you know.
All right. All right.
In the
Noted.
later, I
No
can let
issues.
you know.
No issues. No issues.
So there are like you can have a look on the if you want to have a look about the pharmacovigilance UMC course, I have told four
Mm.
five courses right now. For medical writing, there is a one course I forgot to tell you, Elsevier Research Academy. Everyone notice Elsevier Research Academy, that is free of cost, 40 hours course is there. So it's depend, like APC is there, APC Institute. It is in Chandigarh. They take 25,000 and they provide placements. If you are not get placed till 1 year, so they will provide the placement. So these kind of institutes are very less. So I'm not sure from where you have done. If you want some real time exposure, so you can take Argus training.
Mm.
But I will suggest before spending a good amount, please identify your path.
Trishala Vijay is asking, I have applied for Oxin Medical for clinical research coordinator, CRC post, and their company deals with medical device. My job description they gave me is managing clinical research activities, study site coordination, patient recruitment, follow-up, real-time data analysis, preparation and submission of study documents, data log entry while ensuring compliance. So how these things together, medical device and clinical research job coordinator work?
Okay. So if I talk about Option Medical, I think that is based in Gurgaon, Sonipat, and they majorly deal with the medical devices. So I have told you one thing in the middles. We also have the clinical trials for the medical devices as well. Like if a company is launching a pacemaker, it will be inside
Hmm.
of the patient. So if it is like that is called material vigilance. The material is used in the device, that is safe for human or not. So we also have to do same kind of thing which is CRC do. We have to take the follow up with the patients who are using the medical devices. So we have to do the same kind of work, like we have to do the trial master file for the medical device, follow up with the patients, inform consent form with the patients, site monitoring and the analysis of the patients data, all these things. It is the same kind of things. What is that? Like one clinical trial is including intervention, another is including medical devices, but both are for the patients. That is the major difference, intervention and the medical device. That's
Okay. Next question we have from Rishikesh Kakati. Sir, if someone is currently working in the pharmacovigilance field, is it possible to transition into roles like MSL or HEOR? If yes, then what kind of experience and skill would help me to switch?
once if you want to come to the if you want to transition your, like if I talk about transition of myself, I have worked as a medical writer for 3 years. During my tenure of 3 years, I have worked on the systematic literature review. That was my plus point. And I have also worked on the reports writing and systematic literature review writing, manuscript preparation. So that was, and same procedure we follow in the HEOR, but on the large scale we do in that domain. So that was my plus point, because so it is not the kind of transition I was having a previous experience. But from transition from PV to HER is you can do systematic literature review for yourself, but not sure about the MSL, because MSL is very difficult to switch. But in HER, they need you can do 6 7 SLR and SLR for yourself within 2 3 within 1 or 2 years. Then you can easily switch to the farm HER.
Deepika Meena has a question asking, sir. Can you suggest some platform for medical writing, and is it a good option for remote jobs and work from home jobs as freelancing skills?
I'm not sure, Deepika, in which domain you are. But freelancing platforms are there, like Upwork, Fiverr,
Hmm.
Collaborative. But to getting the client always asks, you have something, you have done something or not? First tell me. So you have to let them know. So I'll suggest first do some publication for yourself. You will get to know how to write the manuscripts, how to write for different audience, how to write for different diseases. Yeah, medical writing has having the remote jobs, but very less. Few companies are there who are saving the money of the office, not obviously spending on the office. But yeah, hybrid jobs are available, like twice in a week of the office.
Okay. Any other question in the chat box? One more question can be taken up. If there's any. Okay, there's one question from Sahil Kumari. Is the free courses available for medical writing or only paid are available?
You can have a look on the LZB Research Academy. That is,
Okay.
you will get the idea how to write. But you will get to know free courses are not available about the medical writing. Yeah, some things are available on the YouTube. You can have a look at small videos. Everyone run their own course. Like if I talk about, I run my own course, medical writing
Yeah.
course. Because nothing is available on free. Like I provide 3,500 course for two
Hmm.
and a half months to teach the students because I love to deliver the
Right.
lecture. That's all. But same, if you will go, there will be a 50, 25 lectures are there. If there are other persons also available who are charging 5,000, five and a
Hmm.
half thousand, 10,000 as well. So it's depend on up to person if they are providing real world evidence, and they are first like the best way of practice. Learn theoretically, then do the same practical what you learn in the theory. In the theory, that is a good thing to develop the skills in every domain.
All right. So I think so we have covered all of the queries and questions. So it's time to move to the vote of thanks and a small token of appreciation to Asim sir. It's always a delight. हमेशा बहुत ही अच्छा लगता है जब भी मैं आपके सेशन अटेंड करता हूँ कुछ ना कुछ नया ही सीख कर जाता हूँ. So I am
That's
really glad to have you as a speaker in this amazing boot camp and what a closure. इतना ameliorative आपने इतने सारे domains cover किए in a very short span of time with so much of elaboration and zeal. Really appreciate your hard work and dedication for the students and also the audience. Itni raat 10 it's been night 10, it's a weekend, still you're attending the session and interacting with Asim sir. So despite of lot of problems, Asim sir accepted our invitation. I'm really happy that he's there. He delivered a wonderful session. So thank you very much, Asim sir, for
Thank
a
you so
lovely talk.
much. Thank you so much. And I can give more time, but still, you will not believe. I took my class. Today was my class. I took, due to the shortage
Okay.
of time, I took only for 14 minutes. Otherwise, I used to take 1 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 30
Yes.
minutes.
Whenever you
But
start with the session, your session, and we don't even feel like it should stop. आज भी जब आप बोल रहे थे, we felt that the session should have gone
I know
on
I
and on.
bore everyone.
No, you don't bore. At least not me. Those who are here to learn, उनको तो बोर नहीं हो रहा होगा. जो ऐसे ही
Ah,
time
that
pass
is a
करने join
different
होते हैं,
thing.
उनको हो तो कोई issue नहीं है. But those who are here to learn, they would have got a lot of insights surely.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. So with
Okay,
that,
then.
marks the end of day two of the boot camp. We had exclusive speakers like Dr. Pushpendra Kumar from Dr. PK classes, Professor Sham Sundar Sharma, HOD of Pharmacology, Naipur Mohali, Mr. Akash Verma, founder of Pharma Minds and business consultant and Seniors Healthcare, Vicky Dakulkar from Evalu Sir, Miss Vanshika from AIMS Delhi, Dr. Abhishek Tiwari from AIMS Delhi. We had Dr. Sakil Ahmed from the WN-led associate at WNS, Mr. Nikhil Kumar and Akshat Jain from Naipur Mohali, and Dr. Tanya, HOD of CEOR University. And with that, the last session of Asim sir marks the end of the wonderful boot camp day two. So tomorrow we just have one session of my own session, that is on profile optimization and CV building. So definitely looking forward to see you all tomorrow evening, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And thank you so much for showering so much of love. We had 1,080 participants registering with a live audience attending, 780 students from 12 states across India. Yesterday's class and approximately today we had 898 participants. So really thankful for all of you for making this a wonderful success on the YouTube as well as over the Google Meet. And once again, heartiest congratulations to all the candidates for completing these 2 days, because listening to this speaker, all of these speakers line up, मतलब मैंने बहुत मुश्किल से सबको बुलाया है on a platform because they all have been very busy and all of them are experts and the best in their field. That was the reason I called up all of them, especially Asim ji also, I didn't want him to go, so मैंने उनको पकड़ा के sir आप थोड़ा सा आधा घंटा 1 घंटा, and he agreed immediately. So I'm really happy that all of the speakers delivered to their best, and once again wishing all of you good luck. कल मिलते हैं, and stay connected with us for more such upcoming bootcamp workshops and sessions. Thank you so much for the day. Have a great night.
Can you stay back for 2 minutes?
Sure. No issues. Absolutely.
If we are on the call, so I would like to discuss.
Yeah, sure.